Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So, we got news. As we knew all along, Donald Trump won the said South Carolina primary that was held today, February 24th, 2024. He won around 59% of the popular vote. Not all the votes have been counted on. We can say that Trump has won around 60% of the popular vote. Nikki Haley almost getting 40%. And I will tell you, the county results are interesting. We kind of saw this coming. We were right about Richland County. We looked at the statistics previously. I'm on the wrong side, but we looked at other political statistics here on how South Carolina kind of votes in primaries. Like we have this county result right here. You see here, yes, Greenland County, no, not Richland County, and said Charleston County, both voting in favor of said Donald Trump. This time we same position here. Both Charleston County voted more aggressively. I did not expect Charleston County to vote more aggressively because, yes, they do have Charleston, obviously. They also have Columbia. I guess I didn't consider that Charleston. Is Charleston the capital of South Carolina, or is it Columbia? I get the two very mixed up. Columbia is the capital. Okay. Charleston, South Carolina, I would imagine it is pretty big. It's not the biggest. We talked about yesterday how Greenville is the biggest city. Greenville ended up going to Trump. We had predicted that that county would end up going for Haley, along with other few counties. However, we were wrong. Instead, we have this county. We never thought about Beaufort County because Beaufort County kind of has been a bit of a conservative county previously. We look down here, we have Beaufort County barely going for Donald Trump in 2016. In 2012, we have the same results that are also pretty interesting. This is the same map, guys. And it's fascinating because we have Beaufort County, Charleston County, Richland County, and they're both going for our famous neocon, Mitt Romney, right? They're going for Mitt Romney. And as a result, in the end, we have Newt Gingrich winning the same counties that Trump carried in today, right? So it's very interesting, fascinating, if you will. This is the same map we have here. Same map, 2012 deja vu movement. And it makes sense because these counties that went for Haley, as I said previously, voted for Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, a huge neocon, anti-Trump, a Joe Biden sympathizer, and more an establishment puppy. And Nikki Haley pretty much has become the same way. So you would think Columbia, Richland, Charleston, and Beaufort counties, they're more of establishment. You'll say, yeah, I would say Richland County is the only real blue county. Charleston County tends to flip back and forth between the Democrats and Republicans, and Beaufort County is a Republican county. But these three counties have pretty good big neocon GOPs. They're both led and have a big neocon population. If you'll say, oh, what's the biggest Republican population? They're neocon. Because if you look back in the previous history, we would see they wouldn't even bother vote for fellow Southerner Newt Gingrich. They didn't even bother. They didn't even care. They decided to go for Mitt Romney, out of region, out of influence. But you know what? Mitt Romney back then was very influential, and he got a lot of media attention during the 2012 presidential election. So I am not surprised that he managed to pick up some counties. But you would think, you know what? Newt Gingrich make a huge sweep in South Carolina, sort of what Jimmy Carter did in 1976. And when it comes to that, however, Mitt Romney's influence this is like primary overall led to this county. Once again, we have Richland County, part of the Black Belt. These counties right here, they are white counties. They are ethnically white. Charleston, Beaufort County, Republican county. It's not your best Democrat voting county. You'll see it's right over here. It's not your biggest county, and you'll see that votes Republican often. It's like goes into the 50s, as you'll see. But it has a weak GOP, as you know, an establishment GOP. Establishment, yeah, they voted hard for Bush. You see how the pattern changes? They love Bush. 60% for Bush in 2004. They're kind of warming up to Bush. 1996, they voted for Dole. They voted for Bush in 1992. Voted for Bush in a 60% margin. We're just going to keep going and on and on and on. You get the point that Beaufort County is a long-time contender for the Republican Party. And now it's pretty much that Beaufort County is an establishment puppet. You'll see 55% for Nikki Haley. That's a lot of neocons. 21,000 votes. Now, obviously, 87%. I don't think the remaining 13% is going to come from Beaufort County. I think this is the map it's going to look like. This is the map for sure. You might get more votes either for Haley in Richland County at 58% or Charleston County, which Haley won by 62%. So yeah, I find it very fascinating how South Carolina, it's not really easy how to predict primaries in presidential primaries in U.S. states and which counties are aligned. But South Carolina, I will tell you, it's kind of easy. And I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't take a look. We kind of did take a look at, I'm thinking, did we? I gotta go back because, yeah, we didn't. Our first prediction was this prediction. Our first prediction, we had Richland County and Charleston County go for Haley. It was the same thing as 2016. We had Beaufort County. I did note on Beaufort County that it voted for Romney the later election in 2012. However, seeing that it voted for Trump in 2016 in the GOP primary, I'm like, you know what? Why not? Let's just call it for Trump since he won that county. Well, I did not fail to notice. I failed to kind of connect the dots that Trump won that county barely against Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio, and also the split votes between Jeb Bush, John Kasich, and Ben Carson kind of made it a less harder. So that is things to know in South Carolina. Nikki Haley's all happy. Honestly, she did do, like, let's take a look. How was this her best win? Was this her worst? I mean, if you have to say which was the biggest win for Nikki Haley? Better question, which was the biggest defeat for Nikki Haley? Well, that's a good question. I would personally say Nevada, because look, she got squashed. She didn't even win any counties. Yeah, it's just Nevada just tells us all right together. Yes, zero contest. Like, sure, Nikki Haley was kind of declared the unofficial. I think this is completely crud right here. Haley was the official winner of the primary, and here she has 0. Then if she was the winner, she would have 1 So it's just mind-boggling. She didn't win anything. She is the unofficial winner in my case. Iowa, 19%. That's thanks to her opponent. So technically, it's not totally all her fault. I mean, Ron DeSantis had a lot of votes, and a lot of his votes went for Nikki Haley, if you haven't noticed. Ramaswamy, his votes kind of went for Trump. New Hampshire, she does way better, 43%, doesn't win though. Here's our municipality map. And then Nevada, 30%. Heck, I mean, I don't know how Haley managed to pick up one county. Oh, we're not done with Minnesota. I don't know how Haley managed to pick up a county with just 19%. I mean, it's mind-boggling. Yeah, huge loss. And then finally, South Carolina, 39%. So technically, New Hampshire was her best performance. So yeah, she was running around the stage like a crazy woman because she probably knew this was her last hurrah. And it is, kind of. And that said, she couldn't even surpass that record set in the state of New Hampshire. 43%. She couldn't even surpass it. 39%. I mean, it's kind of close. It's 4% gap. So that is something to know. Anyway. Yes, I'm reading this. They should add, in the 2012 Republican primary, Newt Gingrich beat eventual nominee Mitt Romney in this state with support from evangelical voters. Period. If you guys work in Wikipedia or have access to a Wikipedia article, please also add, because it's a fact. We have actual fact and evidence to back it up. Mitt Romney also won. The results were also the same. The county alignment, I should say, was also the same alignment as the 2012 Republican said primary, because it's kind of fascinating, because Newt Gingrich, I would say more of a mix of a MAGA Republican and I like to call him a Scott Republican, that credited to thanks to, or I could call him a Gingrich Republican, because I would say a Gingrich Republican is a Republican who kind of gets along with all wings of the Republican Party. He's a fan of Trump. He likes Trump. He also likes Kevin McCarthy too, and the Rhinos. So yeah, he's more of a United Party type of guy. So that's what I will call a Gingrich Republican. But then there's the neocon, and the neocon is always you know who, and well, that's the alignment. So what do you guys think about the results? Anyway, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next political episode.